In this problem, there are n dorms, and each dorm has AI rooms. And some letters are being sent to people in these dorms, and we want to know which dorm and which room number they belong to. So, how does this work? So, let's say there are two dorms, and the first dorm has 3 rooms, and the second has 5. So, let's just out. So, the first dorm would be the first 3, and then the second dorm would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then if a letter has a number 7 on it, it means we go to the 7th one. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here. And this is going to be in dorm 2 and the 4th room in dorm 2. So we would want to output 2, 4. So this belongs to the second dorm and the 4th room in the second dorm. So that's what we have to do. Okay, first thing first, let's give an integer n and m. And then we're given for n we just see an AI. So now what we can do is to keep track of the actual number, we can just do prefix sums. So we can just say for I between 1 and n, AI plus equals AI minus 1. So in this scenario, where we had 3 and 5, this will now become 3 and 8. So now we know if the room number is 7, 7 is higher than this, so we look at the next one. Is 7 higher than this? No, it's less than this. So therefore, this letter belongs to somewhere in this dorm, because this is the last number of a particular dorm. Okay, so now that we have done prefix sums, we have to sort all these out in a nice way. So let's create a set of pairs such that the first entry is the last possible letter that it can get. So here, if the number was 8, we know it should go here, but if the number was 9, then it would have to go to some other dorm that's afterwards. It will be the last possible letter that anyone in the dorm can receive, and then the dorm number. So that would be a set of pair of, let's just make everything long for now. Okay, and then let's initially insert 0, 0 as a dummy for now, and then we have to, so for n s dot insert, so we'll be inserting the last possible letter. We already know is AI, and the room number would be I plus 1 because it is 1 indexed. Okay, so now we're given m letters, so let's take in this letter, and to find out where it belongs, we can do that in log n time using the function lower bound. So we just create auto iter equals s dot lower bound, and the lower bound of x and 0. Yep. And then once we find the dorm which it belongs to, by doing this, we can just output the dorm number, which is the first thing we want to output. Once we output the dorm number, we want to find out the room number. So how do we do that? So let's look at this test case right now. So as of right now, in our set, we should have, okay, we'll have 0, 0 as the first element. Then the next element we'll have would be the first dorm, and the last for that would be 3. Oh, wow. Would be 3, and then our final one would be 8 and 2, because the 8th letter is the last letter it can receive. So now if we have a 7, lower bound would lead us to this, and that way we know that we belong to the second dorm. And now we want to find out the room number. So the room number is basically the x we have right now, which is 7, right? It'll be 7 minus the previous one's last room number. So 7 minus 3 is 4. So that's why we need this 0, 0, because if we have a letter that belongs to the very first room, it has to be that value minus 0. So that's why we have to insert this as a placeholder. So then we just have to go back one iteration, and then we just see out x minus iter dot first, and then new line that, and that looks good. Okay, 1 1 1 9 2 2 2 13 3 1 3 12, good. 1 5 2 1 2 9 9 4, perfect. If that makes sense. Voila.